Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. And was normally doing doilies, but today I'm going to take a break from the doilies, and I am going to make Christmas placemats or hot pads, whatever you want to do. I am going to play with this. I bought this last year. I'm so excited about being able to play with this yarn. This is the Village Yarn Christmas Cotton, and this is called Classic Christmas. It's 100% cotton, and it is a Hirschner's yarn. So I got this from Hirschner's last year when it was on sale, and I bought like a 5-pack, and I just really fell in love with their Christmas yarns. But this is one of them, called the Classic Christmas. So it's called the Village Yarn Christmas Cotton. But they have several different Christmas cottons. So anyway, this is machine wash and dry. So this is like a variegated yarn, and I just excuse me, I'm sorry. Anyway, I am going to use the pattern from my 1987 leaflet, 63 Easy-To-Crochet pattern stitches combined to make an heirloom Afghan by Darla Sims. And this is number 21, called the flower square, but we are going to make it a rectangle after we are done with the flower. Oh, so I also need, we're going to make a magic circle. Okay, and now we're going to slip stitch in that magic circle, and we're going to put 3 double crochets after the slip stitch in there. And now we're going to slip stitch again. And do 3 more. We're going to do this 4 times. Get some more yarn. And I have 3. Okay, so we're going to 2 more times. There's a slip stitch, 3 double crochets, another slip stitch, and the last 3 double crochets. And we're going to pull this shut. Well, this yarn is nice and soft. It is not stiff like normal cottons. I just love it. Like I said, this is the very first time I even got to play around with this. So, we are going to slip stitch in the slip stitch that we made before. Or we're just going to slip stitch in the circle. Alright. I must have made that slip stitch too tight. Alright, so we pulled that tight. So you've got, 4 petals of your flower. Alright, so now we're going to chain 1 And we're going to skip the first double crochet and slip stitch in the back around the post of the next double. Skip the first, slip stitch from the back around the post. So back post slip stitch, I guess. So here's the first one. We're going to look for the middle one, and we're going to slip stitch in the back of that. Okay. Now we're going to chain 3, and I'm guessing you're going to do that find the middle one, and we're going to slip stitch in the back. One, two, three. Three. Two, three. And the last 3 we're just going to slip stitch in this slip stitch in the very first one. So you should have 4 chains around there. 4 chain 3 spaces. We're going to chain 5. Wait a minute. Slip stitch 5 double crochet. Alright, so now we're going to slip stitch into the first chain 3. And now we're going to put 5 double crochet in there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to slip stitch all in that same chain 3. So then you're going to go to the next chain 3 and slip stitch, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put 5 double crochet. It says slip stitch, 5 double crochet, and another slip stitch in each chain 3 around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to slip stitch in there. 2, 3. Oh, no, we're not chaining 3. Oh goodness. We're just doing a slip stitch in there, and then we're just going to go right into the double crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, and slip stitch. Slip stitching in the next one, and now we need 5 more double crochets. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slip stitch in here, and now we're going to slip stitch to join. Alright, so here's what our flower is looking like now. Pretty cool. Alright. Now we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so this is from the back between these two bows. 3 times. So 4. Okay, so you're going to skip the next 2, and then around the third one, we're going to slip stitch around that one. Just like we did the chain 3s, it's the middle of the 5. So chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's the middle. So it's the third stitch over that we are slip stitching to the back of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, no, that ain't right. Because we should only have 4. So wait a minute. Let's see what we did wrong. I'm going to chain 1 here, and I'm going to go to the back right away. And now we're going to chain 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then go into the back of that third stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the back, we're going to slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we need one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just going to make a slip stitch right there. There we go. Alright, so that was row 5. Here's row 6 now.
It's not nice outside.
No, that was 4. That was row 4. Now we're in row 5. So we're gonna change. Let's get into let's slip stitch into our chain 5, and we're gonna chain 3, which counts as a double crochet. All right. And now we're gonna put a 2 double crochet in here, chain 2, and now put 3 double crochet in there. So just like a granny shell. We're doing granny shells, looks like. Alright. So then we're going to chain 1. Go to the next one, and we're going to do another one. So we're making a granny corner in each one of these with chain 1s in between them. So it's 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, chain 1 in these chain 5s. That's what we're doing. So 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and then we're just going to go to the other one and finish it off. Making another granny corner. So there's 3, chain 2, and now there's 3 double crochets in there. Chain 1, and then I'm going to hook slip stitch to the top of that chain 3. So we have a square now. Okay, and that's what it looks like thus far. That's pretty cool. And I love these colors. Alright. So now I'm going to slip stitch over to this and we're going to chain 3 from here. Now it is like this is now it's a granny. We're doing granny, okay? But I want to make this a rectangle somehow, but let's just do one more row of this. So I am starting this corner with 3 double crochet, and then I'm going to this chain 1 space, and I'm just going to put, well, we're going to put a chain 1 first. Now we're going to put 3 double crochet in the chain 1 space, because that's a side, just like a granny. Chain 1, and we're going to put the corner in here. This is the corner. So 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 double crochet. Chain 1. And now we're going back to the side again. So we're just putting 3 in there. 3 doubles. Chain 1. And we're back at another corner. So we're going to put a corner in here. Alright, so chain 1, and now we're going to put a corner in here. Chain 1, and we're back here at the side. So just putting 3 double crochets in there in the chain 1 spaces, and chain 1, and now we're back at this corner where we started, which we've got to finish. So I still need 3 double crochets in here, and then I'm going to finish off this corner at the top of this chain 3 with a half double crochet. I love doing that, so that's the reason why I slip stitched over to this corner, so I could do that. Anyway, it just makes things a little bit easier. This is what it looks like this far, and I'm thinking that if I add extra stitches in here somehow, I can make this a rectangle. Maybe we need to do, let's go around the square one more time, just like a granny, like we do. And so we're chaining 3, and putting 3 double crochets in there. And we're going to chain 1 and do the sides. So we'll go around it one more time. And I'm going to let you do yours off camera. Just remember, we're doing 3 double crochets in the side, just like a granny square. And most of you probably know how to do a granny square. So, yes, we have the corners, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, and only 3 double crochets in the sides. Making sure you put chain 1s in between. Okay? Alright, so we will be back after this round. Okay, so now we're going to make this square a rectangle. And I think I know how I'm going to do it. So we're going to chain 3 and put 2 double crochets in this corner. Alright, now we're going to chain 1 and go to the chain 1 space and put 3 double crochets in there. Alright, so we're not going to chain 1 between these ones. So in the middle of these 3, there's 1, 2, 3, take the middle one and put 3 double crochets in there. In order to make this a rectangle, we're going to have to add shells. We're going to add 2 shells, 2 extra shells on this side and this side. But we're going to keep our regular shells on these sides. So now we're not going to chain 1. We're going to the space and put 3 double crochets in there like we normally do. Alright. And now there's 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. And in the middle one, put 3 double crochets in there.
Where'd you go at, Lowe's? Where'd you go at, Lowe's?
And then we're going to put 3 double crochet in this space, chain 1.
He should have been able to get 10% off
Vincent,
before you bought.
Vince. Alright, so now we're going to do a corner.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because if Bob could have went up and paid for it, he could have got 10% off.
Alright, so now this will make this side longer. So we're going to chain 1 here. We put the corner in, and now we're just going to do the sides on this side is going to be like regular. So we're going to do this side regular. So we're chain 1 and we're just going in the spaces and putting the 3 double crochets in the spaces.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll show you how to use it.
Hey Vince,
What?
not too loud, I'm videotaping.
Wait, she's videotaping. I gotta watch.
Alright, and now we are going to do three double crochet, chain 2, and 3 double crochet. Alright, so now we're back on this other side. We made this side longer, and we're going to do it again on this side. So we're going to chain 1, and in the space we're going to put 3 double crochets. And now we're not going to chain. You see these 3 stitches? The middle of the 3, just like we did the other side, we're going to put 3 double crochets in there. But we're not going to chain 1 between these. So back in the space and in the middle stitch again. And in the space. And now we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to do the corner like we normally do, which is 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochet. Okay, so now we've got one more side, and we're going to match it with this side. It's got to be the same as this side. So we're just doing a regular side. So you're going to go into the stitch, or into the spaces to put your 3 double crochets only, with chain 1s in between them. Alright, and then we're back at this corner. We've got to finish it off. I need 3 double crochet in here. And then I am going to combine this with a half double crochet to make that corner. Now, as this gets bigger, just to let you know, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we have 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5. And we only have 3 on the sides here. So there's 5 here, sets of 3s, and 3 on each of these ends. Okay? So now that we've added those, so we're not going to add any more, we're just going to play around with it. You're going to chain 3 and put 2 double crochets in this corner, and then you're going to do your chain 1s, and then go to your next chain 1 and put 3 double crochets in there. And then in between these sets of 3s, there's no chain 1 in between these, but in the space between these, after you chain 1, you're going to put 3 double crochets in the spaces. And then we're going to chain 1, and you're going to put 3 double crochet right in between these sets of 3s. Chain 1. Chain 1. And then we're in the corner. Alright, so this last row was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, because, well, I didn't count the corners. So there was 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 2 more on these sides than you have on this, which will make it eventually, it'll go into a rectangle. So we're going to chain 2 and finish off this corner, because the chain 2 is the corner. Chain 1. And so you are just going to go regularly around this thing until it gets to be about 18 inches long. And Pumpkin has my yarn again. What's the matter, Pumpkin? The yarn's getting away from her. She says, "Where's all my yarn going?" Okay, so we're just going to go around this regularly, and I don't know exactly how many rows it's going to take, but I would just keep measuring it and keep going, doing the rows until this gets about 18 inches long. And then once that happens, I will be back to do the border around this. So we'll see you then. Okay, so I've got it 16 inches this way, it's 13 inches this way, and we don't want to make it any wider, but it needs to be a little bit longer. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1, and we're just going to put 2 single crochets in here, and then we're going to single crochet. Put a single crochet in every stitch, and chain 1 space. I'm going to do that all the way across. So just do a single crochet in every stitch and chain 1 space until we get to this corner, and I will meet you before we get to this corner on the other side. Okay, so I've got single crochets and now the corner, and what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 single crochets in this corner, chain 2, and now I'm putting 3 double crochets in the same corner. As I'm going to go from single to double. And so on the side here, we are going to just chain 1. We're going to do our regular granny across here. And this actually should do it. Also, I wanted to tell you before we started that there was 9 rows of granny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 rows of granny before we did that. In case you're going by rows. But I always go a lot by measurements. Because everybody is a different crocheter. Some people are tight, some people are loose, and that's the reason why I try to give you measurements on things that I'm doing. And I know I'm a very loose crocheter. I did not realize that until a couple years ago, actually. When I was trying to teach other people, and I noticed how other people were tighter than I was. And I was like, oh, I must be very loose crocheter. Alright, so we're down here, and then we're going to do this corner. So we're going to put 3 double crochets in this corner, chain 2. We don't want this to get any wider, so we're going to switch down to singles. So now I'm going to put 2 single crochets in the corner. And then we're just going to single crochet in every stitch and chain 1 space across till we get to the other corner. And then when we get to this side, you're going to do regular granny again until we get to where we started. So we're going to finish off this side with singles, and then do your, 2 single crochet, chain 2, and then put 3 doubles in that corner, and then do your regular granny until you get down here, and I will meet you here where we began. Okay, so we're at where we started, and I just did my last granny, and I chained 1, and now I'm going to finish off this corner by putting 3 double crochets in here. And then I'm going to half double crochet attaching to that single to finish off that corner. Alright, so that kind of makes it a little bit longer. That's about 17 inches. So, yes, that's good. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to do another round of single crochets. Only we're going to do them all the way around. So I really think that this is long enough now. 17 by 14 inches. So we're going to do another round of single crochets, and we're going to chain 1 and put 2 single crochets in this corner, and then we're just going to put a single crochet in every stitch. And then when we do get to the corner, it'll be 2 single crochet, chain 2, 2 single crochet once we get to the corner, because we're going to get ready for the border. And I think I have a perfect border for this. So single crochet all the way across until you get to the corner. The corner is 2 single crochet, chain 2, 2 single crochet. But when you get to these sides, we're going to do a single crochet in every stitch and every chain space. But in the corners, it's 2 single crochet, chain 2, 2 single crochet. So we're going to go all the way around with that, and then we will be back to finish off our border. Okay, so now one last row. We're going to chain 1, and then we're going to put a single crochet and 2 double crochets in here in this corner. Alright, we're going to skip 2 and put a single crochet and 2 double crochets. You guys know what this stitch is? Yep, that's right. It's the falling leaf stitch. One of my favorites. So skip 2, and then the next one, it's the 2, we're putting a single crochet and 2 doubles. And we have done this many times when we've done washcloths. And it's still a really nice stitch. So skip 2 and put a single and 2 doubles in the next stitch. Okay, so you're going to do that all the way down to the corner, and then I'll be back to show you what to do with the corner. Okay, so now we're at the corner, and in the corner we're just going to put single crochet, 2 doubles. We need to put 3 of these in the corner. 3 of the falling leaf stitches. Alright, so there's one. There's a single crochet and 2 doubles. There's 2 single crochet and 2 doubles. There's 3. So then now we are we're going to skip the next 2 from there and then start with the falling leaf stitch again, and now you're going to put 1 falling leaf stitch in every 3rd stitch. So you're going to skip 2 and keep going, and you're going to go all the way around with it. I love the edge of this. See how I think it's going to really finish this off nicely, and because we have our little petals in the middle here, it'll kind of look like we'll have petals on the outside too. So alright, so when we get this finished, I will be back to show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is, here it is. I had it upside down. This is our placemat. I've weaved in my 2 ends, and that is a very, very nice placemat. Anyway, so I'm going to have to make about 3 more of those so that I can have those for my table. And I always wanted some Christmas placemats. So I've got plenty of yarn. I think I can do that. Actually, it didn't even take, there's still a little bit of that yarn left. It didn't even take a whole skein of yarn to do that. So that's not bad at all. I hope that you guys enjoyed making this with me. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. And bye-bye now.